Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Jedi and Sith, to another video. Today we're going to be talking about none other than Admiral Piett. So, you know what? Let's get right on into it. I was so excited when I saw this. He's got the support tag. He's going to be a leader. He's got Imperial Trooper synergy, which is going to be interesting. Are we going to place him in an Imperial Trooper team or a Empire team? But let's get right into it. He's an ambitious Imperial officer who supports his allies while plotting their demise. His basic, pretty cool. He deals physical damage to target enemy and calls another random Empire ally to assist, and then allies with inevitable failure are called to assist. Very interesting. We'll see later that how he spreads that. His special 2 has a cooldown of 4, is called Imperial Ambition. His final text says all allies gain offense up for 2 turns, and Admiral Piett gains stealth for 2 turns. Inflict marked for 2 turns and 3 stacks of invisible failure on a target other Empire ally. So you get a pick. So you'll pick like Thrawn or Shore Trooper and have target on him, as well as 3 stacks of inevitable failure. Until the end of the battle, or that ally is defeated, and remove inevitable failure from all other allies. So if everyone else has inevitable failure, he removes it, cleanses it, applies it on Shore Trooper, for example, and then these debuffs cannot be copied, dispelled, or resisted. So they're locked, kind of like with General Grievous's march. It's going to be locked. Now, inevitable failure. Gain 1 stack whenever using an ability or receiving damage from an enemy, and when defeated, grant Admiral Piett the following bonuses based on the defeated unit's stats until the end of the battle. So if there's 1 stack of the inevitable failure, they'll grant 5% max health to him. If there's 10, 20% max health and max protection. 15, 50% max health, max protection, and offense. And if there's 20, he gains 100% max health, max protection, 300% offense, and 25% speed stacking. So, with that in mind, when that unit is defeated, if they have 20 stacks, so like let's take Shore Trooper, who already has a massive health and protection pool, he's going to be getting 100% of that. And then 300% of Shore Trooper's offense and 25% of his speed. That is going to be huge. He's going to be very tanky if you kill off Shore Trooper. And with Mark and the taunt, yeah, you're going to be killing off Shore Trooper. I also see this potentially benefiting with Stormtrooper, since Stormtrooper has high health and protection and often will stack it. So if you kill other people off before Stormtrooper's own stats are going to increase. And then if you kill Stormtrooper off, Admiral Piett's going to increase with those as well. So it's going to get ugly. Now, Suborbital Strike has a cooldown of 5. He dispels all buffs on light side enemies and then deals physical damage to all enemies, inflicting daze. Daze is huge. I'm thinking it's going to help counter Geos. I mean, Vader can already do it by himself, but if it creates another Empire team that can counter Geos and Mon Mothma, that's going to be huge. Now, if this attack... allies with inevitable failure gain +2 stacks. And if this attack defeats an enemy, inflict fear on all enemies. Now, you've seen my Darth Revan Emperor Palpatine Express team. And in the past, I used to use HK-47. So now, if you substitute it in, like, instead of Vader, or maybe instead of Palpatine himself, or instead of Thrawn, you put in Piett, you're going to be applying a lot of fear. And so it'll be quite interesting to see theory crafting of that. And then allies with inevitable failure gain a +5 stacks of inevitable failure. So he's going to be stacking that inevitable failure. It's not going to be hard to get up to 20 stacks. Now, his leader is a Zeta, and it's Zealous Commander. No Zeta, but this is what it says. Empire allies gain 30% offense and potency. Light style allies have 30% less tenacity and -15% speed. And when an ally with inevitable failure critically hits an enemy, they gain 1 stack of inevitable failure and defense up for 2 turns. So not only did they take a turn to gain inevitable failure and use an ability, they also then gain 1 for critically hitting. And Vader critically hits a lot and is going to get defensive up a lot. And he's going to be taking a lot of turns. His damage output is going to be through the roof. And then if you kill off Vader with all those stacks, he's going to grant it all to Piett, and Piett's all of a sudden going to be an offensive powerhouse. But let's get into his unique. There's only one, and it's the only Zeta he has, and it says Admiral Piett has 60% counter chance. Perfection. And Piett gains 5% turn mirror whenever another Empire ally takes damage, which is huge. So he's going to be taking a lot of turns. It reminds me almost of like fives with his Zeta. Now, whenever an Empire ally begins a turn or attacks out of turn, he's Imperial Troopers, all Empire allies gain stacks of Emperor's Trap until the end of the enemy's next turn, non-Empire allies' turn, or the end of battle. So they will gain a stack of Empire Trap until they take a turn, or a non-Empire ally takes a turn, or the end of the battle. So Vader, he's going to be taking a lot of turns, and and this cannot be copied, dispelled, or prevented. And this Emperor's Trap gives 6% offense and potency per stack. So Vader takes his turn, and he's going to get a stack of that, and then he's going to take another turn and take a stack of that. And then even more, Piett is granting Vader 20% accuracy, potency, and tenacity, and Admiral Piett gets these bonuses as well. So Vader's going to be applying more debuffs. It's going to be harder to apply debuffs on him, and he's going to be more accurate. You're not dodging. That just made Vader a lot more deadly, and I like that little bit of synergy. It's got a lot of lore to it. I'm excited with this kit. I really am. It'll be interesting to see how this rolls out, because along with this, and I'm going to be making a separate video just so we don't have a huge long video, are these guys, Sith Eternal Emperor and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, which are galactic legends. And sure enough, for Emperor Palpatine, well, Sith Eternal Emperor Palpatine, you need Admiral Piett. And it's going to be interesting. I'm thinking that Admiral Piett will work really well in Imperial Trooper lineups, because he has the Imperial Trooper tag, and so he's going to be synergizing with people like Range Trooper. But who knows? It's going to be interesting. I'm really excited for all this. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed watching this video. I'm going to be making another one about these guys over here. We got the Sith Emperor and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, who are indeed galactic legends. Let me know what you think. And as always, this has been the Grand Admiral and End Transmission.